Hey, what's up everybody? Rod J back again to take a look at another beer. Thanks for swinging by to check out another video. If it is your first time to the channel and you do like beer reviews and all kinds of beer type things, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that way you'll see when new things are uploaded. And if you hit that alarm bell, that will send you a notification to do just that. That being said, let's check out this beer right here. This is actually from Catawba Island out of Port Clinton, Ohio. This is a Seiche Scottish Ale. I'll get that right there so you can check that out. And this one comes in at 7% ABV, 14 IBU. Serving temperature they have is 65 degrees, and it's a 12-ounce can. What they don't have, you know what it's going to be. There's no date on the bottom. There's no date anywhere on the can, and that is just something that should not be happening. All you brewers out there making these beers, you should at least have a date on there. A date and the ABV are two of the most important things, I think, on a beer can or a beer bottle. And if you got space to put on here an IBU, the temperature to drink it at, then you have space to also put on a date, in my opinion. It does have the independent seal, so we're showing some independent love as well. And nothing else really too much on this can, so let's go ahead and get it open. Well, it does say sweet caramel and nutty, drinks easily with both flavors. Let's get this one into a glass and see what this one has to offer. Being a Scottish ale, I will be using a tulip glass for this one. Always tend to like a little bit of a Scottish ale. Some of that sweetness you usually associate with that type of beer there. All right, so there we go into the glass. Didn't leave us much of a head. Came out probably about half a finger, dissipating rather quickly. The color of it kind of sat a little bit of a tannish, off-white type color. The beer itself, you actually got kind of a brownish color there, and when you kind of look at it, almost has like a toffee type look to the color as well. So not seeing much into the beer behind the haze on it, which in this case I'm talking about more of a chill haze, I guess, from it being cool. It's not really like a hazy type beer, but just can't really make out too much going on in there. If I get a light behind it, it illuminates it, and that does add a little bit more to it, where I do see some of the bubble action streaming up to the top. As far as the aroma, you get a little bit of a nuttiness comes out of it. You get the sweetness, like a caramel type feel coming out as well. Very malty, as you'd expect for this type of style. A little bit of a burnt type smell in there as well, but really the sweetness and the nuttiness is what really comes out of this one. Let's get the taste. First thing that hits me on this one here is the thinness of it. It does have a high thin quality to it. It does have a little bit of a watery type feel behind that thinness. You do get the flavors you would looking to get on this one. You do get a little bit of that nuttiness in the taste, a little bit of that caramel flavor in the taste. The duration of the flavor is okay. It's not very long at all. It's kind of an average type duration, maybe a little less than average because it is fading away as I'm sitting here talking. You do feel the carbonation on the tongue, got a little bit of a bubble and prickling sensation along those lines. You do get some of the flavors into the throat area. Very light to medium for this type of body on this beer. You can drink down rather easily on it. And behind, I'm getting a nice maltiness sensation on the after effect of the beer. But outside of that, not really too much else really taking place on it. You're not picking up really any of the hop feel. Again, we talked about it being a lower IBU, so it's definitely greatly malt forward in that regard. But there's not much else jumping out besides those basic characteristics of the maltiness. For me, it's a little more thinner than I actually like. But as far as the quality for what I would think to be there, they are there in the beer. So it's not one overwhelmingly that I would definitely seek after. When I bought this, I did buy a 6-pack and I can get through the rest of them, but As far as overall my feel on this one, it's okay, it's decent, but it just doesn't really stand out as much. I'm going to give this one a 3.25 out of 5 for my own personal pleasure. I can go through and I can enjoy it, but it's got something a little bit more lacking for what I would look for in this type of beer or this type of style. 7% ABV. You're not tasting much of the alcohol, which is fine as well, but I just would like a little more oomph, I would say, in this beer. But that's what I have on this one from Catawba Island. Again, this is the Seiche or Seiche or Seiche. I'm not sure how you actually say it, but it's their Scottish ale. Thanks for swinging by to check out another video. Hopefully you guys like what you saw there. If so, make sure you hit that thumbs up, and I look forward to catching you guys next time. Keep drinking those good craft beers. Remember, there's always time. Get your beer on. Cheers.
Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better come.